it's time for another listening session, and we're going to be listening to SLG's latest album, God State of Mind. Grab yourself a drink. The first song I'm going to kick off with is God ID.
God State of Mind.
I like that flute sound.
SLG, that's my real name.
Hold up, y'all hear the sword sound that came in right after the drop?
SLG, that's my real name. Real. God Gambino, that's my street name. Streets. These rappers spitting pain, I don't feel pain. These rappers spitting pain, I just still pain. Yeah. God Gambino, flow Elohim. Rappers claim they're God. I am him. Yeah. Made in his image, thus I am him. Touch nigga spirits, rap Elohim.
SLG, his ID is in God. He knows who he is because he looks at God, and that's how he understands his identity. He doesn't rely on people, designer goods or whatever else. His thing that tells him who he is God. And hey, once your identity is in God, you can't be shaken.
Claim he was hit, but the style's been used. Thought he was king, little man's confused with no excuse. I'm so confused. Run through it past, they were so obtuse. Claim you're the man, you don't move how we move. And study our bounds, then you do what we do. And shawty make it clap for a god, let's make a movie. SLG, yes, son of the living God, my God ID. SLG.
Hold up, y'all hear that? Son of the living God. So SLG, the SLG in SLG stands for Son of the Living God. At this point, he has made it so clear what his identity is.
God Gambino, that's my street name. These rappers spitting pain, I don't feel pain. These rappers spitting pain, I just still pain. Yeah. SLG, that's my real name. God Gambino, that's my street name.
I think to start off the album this way, it sets a solid pace. We're moving on to the next track, which is called Goddess.
She licking, she choking, she twisting, she licking, she choking, she twisting.
What a way to bring us in.
I'm a good G. I ain't with that fake shit, I ain't with that cap shit. Suck a real nigga dick, she give a nigga life. She a goddess, she ain't with that fake shit, she ain't with that cap shit. She suck a real nigga dick.
The first track is him talking about his idea as a man, and the next track he's talking about the idea of a woman.
She licking, she choking, she
putting
twisting.
That word.
So bitch feel when a real nigga in it is a cyclone. I'm a real nigga in it, know my real niggas feel it, cause the real niggas winning. When we roll up, we twinning, bring a roll out, she grinning. She know a nigga spending, she know that Birkin pending. She know there's no comparing, she know I've been preparing. She know I'm warfaring, she know I'm so daring.
I love this instrumental. Damn.
Holding guns since the dawn of 16. Rapper grip, busy shit be holding 16. Made 100K before I spotted 16. Now I'm training hitters and they only 16. Rolling through the manor and you know my whip clean.
I've been a fan of SLG for a while, and whenever he brings out this like menacing type, almost like a growl tone, his delivery when he does that is, for me, it just bangs. It hits home, it sounds great, and on this, and paired up with this instrumental, it just makes for a really banging track.
I'm the dumb little nigga, I'm using. It's what you are, little nigga, this ain't music. It's a song, little nigga, so use it to become a little bigger.
The different references, or the biblical references within the songs and how it's being intertwined within the music, I think is skillfully done. Like talking about how this is a psalm, I think it's done quite skillfully.
Caught me in a blade, sword longer than Grey Worm.
Hold up. Y'all hear that? He said he got him a sword longer than Grey Worm. If y'all don't know Grey Worm, y'all need to catch up on Game of Thrones. Like, I see you, Don. I see you.
That's why I never ever pretend for likes and shit. You can't be yourself, then your life ain't shit. That's why I never ever pretend just to be liked and shit.
I think that's a real word.
Got a glizzy top. The bars that I spit is deeper than most. Cause I've seen the other side like I'm speaking to
I
ghosts.
fucked with this song a long
Whipping
way.
on toast.
I really
Wishing
fucked
on
with
the
this song.
stars. Wishing on boats. Presidential cars, bars.
Hey.
And hooks are magnetic. Fuck what you heard. My flow is prophetic. Got them pissing themselves. These niggas is diabetic. To my young G's, they bitch, so don't sweat it.
Closing your eyes and listening to God Winter is a different experience. Just listen to it for 10 seconds with your eyes closed, and the coldness in the instrumental and even in Donna SLG's voice, you can audibly hear it and you can slyly feel it.
Stage street rap with my wife, she an empress. We coming up. Every single day we pray. And though we blowing up.
I think this song is a real grounding song. I have all of this, but I know who gave this to me, and at the end of the day, or at the start of the day, I have to thank him for it. I have to thank God.
Still thank him every day. It's the life. Though we coming up. Every single day we pray. It's the life. And though we blowing up. Yeah. We still thank him every day.
First and the last song specifically, listening to it, there is a strong emphasis on God. The first one was talking about that's where I get my identity. God is who gives me my identity. And then the last song, he's talking about I gotta thank God for what I have. Donna SLG, yes, he's really a people's rapper, and what I mean by that is he has a big message within his album, but then within each song there's like a little key message that you gotta listen to and pay attention to. To have 7 tracks with God throughout, and then to have an album called God's State of Mind is quite profound, because I think it takes a person of a certain character to be able to pull that off, and I think Donna SLG definitely pulled that off. My favourite track on this album has to be Goddess. I would rate this album a solid 4 out of 5. I think the message is very direct, it's very strong, it's hard to miss. Not being so mundane with the message and adding flavour to it spices it up and makes it a solid 4 out of 5. Be sure to check out the album, and I will see you guys in the next video.
Got a glizzy top. The bars that I spit is deeper than most. Cause I've seen the other side like I'm speaking to ghosts.